The CIA spent $20 million in the 60s to train cats to spy on the USSR. They inserted a microphone into their ear and a radio transmitter into the base of their skull. The first such spy somehow survived the operation, but on the first mission he was hit by a taxi. Source: in the US, more than 86,000 people are injured annually by tripping over their cats and dogs. Cat kidneys are so effective that they can filter seawater, making it fresh and drinkable. Did you know that scientists created glowing cats? A jellyfish protein was added to their genes, which is responsible for bioluminescence. Cleaning a cat's toilet can cause toxoplasmosis if the cat is infected. During pregnancy, this can lead to the birth of your child with cerebral palsy, seizures, and mental retardation. The tail of a cat contains almost 10% of all the bones of its skeleton. Guinness World Records stopped awarding the fattest cats to prevent them from intentionally overfeeding. Cats and tigers have 95.6% identical DNA. Scientists have discovered that a cat's brain can store 1,000 times more data than an iPad. Historical data of the earliest examples of the use of cats in military conflicts relate to ancient Egypt during the war with Persia. The Persians, knowing how the Egyptians revered cats, collected as many of them as they could find and released them on the battlefield. When the Egyptians were faced with the choice of harming cats or giving up, they chose the latter. Facts about cats from the Guinness Book of Records: the longest domestic cat is the Stuart Gillington cat of the Maine Coon breed with a length of 123 centimeters. Unfortunately, Stuart passed away in January 2013. Of the living palm belongs to a cat of the same breed of Maine Coon named Bearival with an impressive 120 centimeters. It's more than a baseball bat. Arcturus aldebaran Powers with a height of 48.4 centimeters is considered the tallest domestic cat. The longest tail of a silver Maine Coon named Cygnus. The size of his cat jewelry is 44.66 centimeters. A cat named Digia performed 24 tricks in 1 minute, thereby becoming the record holder among cats in the number of tricks performed in 1 minute. The primacy of the smallest cats in the wild belongs to the rusty spotted cat, Prionalurus rubiginosus. It weighs only 0.8–1.6 thousand guaranis, and has a length of 35 to 48 centimeters, not counting the tail, which is half the size of her body. And the black-legged cat, Felis nigripes, has the title of the smallest cat in Africa, weighing 1 to 2.5 kilograms with a body length of approximately 36 to 52 centimeters. A cat named Midget has won the title of the smallest domestic cat in the world. His height from the floor to the shoulders is 13.34 centimeters. Hercules is an adult male liger, a hybrid of a lion and a tigress, currently in the Wildlife Sanctuary of South Carolina, USA, is the largest cat in the world. Its dimensions are 3.33 m in length, height and shoulders is 1.25 m and it weighs 418.2 kilograms. The length of the longest cat's fur is 25.6 centimeters, and belongs to a cat named Sophie from Oceanside, California. The smallest cat is a Siamese blue point named Tinker Toy from the USA. It was the size of a checkbook and weighed 816.5 grams. Jack and Donna Wright from Kingston, Ontario, received the Guinness World Record for the largest number of domestic cats, 689 animals. A cat named Andy, Senator Ken Mayer of Florida, holds the world record for the longest non-fatal fall. Andy fell from the 16th floor of an apartment building and survived. What is the most expensive cat breed in the world for 2019? The Ashera breed, similar to the snow leopard, produces only 5 kittens a year. Therefore, the possession of one of them is a real pearl. That is, if you are willing to shell out $125,000 apiece. The oldest cat mom, Kitty, owned by George Johnston from Staffordshire, UK, gave birth to 2 kittens at the age of 30. The palm of superiority in the number of kittens born during life belongs to a cat named Dusty. During her life, she gave birth to 420 kittens. Her last kitten was born on June 12, 1952. We recommend reading statuses and quotes about cats and their influence on people, facts about the health and well-being of cats over the period from 2002 to 2012. The average life expectancy of cats increased by a year, according to a study conducted by Banfield Pet Hospital. Cats are twilight animals, which means that they, as hunters, are most active at dawn and dusk. As for the cat's toilet, they are fastidious creatures. If you have more than one cat in your house, then each of them needs an individual toilet. Cats can spend up to a third of their waking hours grooming themselves and their fur. Despite popular belief, many cats are actually lactose intolerant. Cats prefer to starve, refusing unpleasant food. Grapes, raisins, onions, and green onions, garlic, all this is extremely harmful food for cats. Grapes and raisins can cause kidney failure, although the reasons for this are not clear. Onions and garlic cause damage to the gastrointestinal tract of the animal and can cause anemia. If the cat remains active during the day, then it will sleep better at night. A full dinner also contributes to a good sleep. It is believed that the catnip plant or catnip in the common people produces a narcotic effect on cats and drives them crazy. The effect of the essential oil nipetolactone in catnip passes after 15 minutes and does not manifest itself again for several hours, even if your kitty is at a distance of inhalation. Kittens can be sterilized when they are only 8 weeks old. It is best to do the sterilization procedure in the first 5 months of the animal's life. Removal of the ovaries and sterilization can prolong the life of a cat. A study by Banfield Pet Hospital showed that sterilized males live on average 62% longer than non-sterilized relatives. And sterilized females live on average 39% longer than normal cats. The process of caring for a cat stimulates a person's blood flow to the skin, regulates body temperature and helps him relax. For cats, the temperature of food is important, and preferences are usually given to warmer food, approximately 37.7 degrees Celsius, which simulates the temperature of freshly killed prey. Most cats will refuse a cold dish or food that has just been taken from the refrigerator. The cat's tongue has rows of hooked scales, in order to care for and comb the fur. You may be surprised by the list of interesting and surprising facts about animals that we have collected. Source: https://satepotativa.ru/factiokoshka.html. Cats have the ability to turn their ears 180 degrees. They have 7 times sharper hearing than humans. 70% of the time cats sleep. The cat sees well into the distance, but does not see well what is nearby. Cats have 5 fingers on their front paws, and 4 on their hind legs. Initially, cats did not meow and acquired this skill while living with a human. A cat can climb a tree, but it cannot climb down the trunk upside down, only jump off or gradually slide down the bottom. The language of cats consists of more than 100 different. The dog's tongue is only about 10 sounds. Cats don't taste sweet. The correct name for a piece of wool that a cat vomits is bezoar. There are more than 40 recognized cat breeds. There are about 500 million cats living on the planet now. By popularity, cats are the #1 pets in the world. A cat's hearing is better than a dog's. A cat can hear ultrasound that is not perceived by the human ear. The maximum speed of a cat that it can develop is 49 km/h. In ancient Egypt, cats were worshipped and mummified, just like people. The usual number of kittens in a litter is from 1 to 9. Devotine kittens, the maximum number of kittens in a litter that has been recorded. Proilurus, from Lat pro, great, Ilurus, cat, the first cat, is the ancestor of our domestic cat, who lived about 30 million years ago. In ancient Egypt there was a goddess Bast with a cat's head and the body of a young girl. A cat's jump can reach 5 magnitudes of its height. It's as if a person jumped from a place to a 3-story building. The fur of Turkish van cats has a water-repellent ability, and they like to swim, unlike all other cat breeds. The number of heartbeats of a cat is 2 times more than that of a human. The normal body temperature of a cat is 37.5 to 38.9 degrees Celsius. The record for a fall with a happy outcome was obtained by Andy the cat, who fell from the 16th floor and survived. Cats have about 20,155 woolly hairs per square centimeter. The most ancient breed of cats is the Egyptian Mau. She is so old that the word itself means cat in translation. The Persian cat is the leader in the world ranking of the popularity of cats. A cat usually has 24 whiskers on each side of its muzzle. A cat without a mustache will be disoriented. The cat's claws on the hind legs do not retract, so they are not as sharp, because they wear out more. In Russia and Europe there is a sign about black cats, they say, bring bad luck. And in the UK and Australia, on the contrary, meeting with a black cat brings good luck. The plague epidemic in the Middle Ages was caused by fleas carried by rats. And those, in turn, multiplied due to the fact that Pope Innocent VII massively exterminated almost all cats, recognizing them as the incarnation of the devil. In ancient Egypt, it was forbidden to take cats out of the country. Violators were punishable by death. In ancient Egypt, if a cat died, its owners, as a mourning, shaved off their eyebrows. When a cat rubs against a person, it means not only a caress, but also that the cat marks you with its smell. The cat's eye is designed so that it sees perfectly at dusk. In the wild, cats' claws are worn off due to the fact that the cat runs and jumps on various surfaces. 1,200,000 kittens can be produced by a pair of cats and their offspring in 20 years. Most cats had short hair, and only 100 years ago long-haired cats were bred. Kittens sleep a lot, because the growth-stimulating hormone is released during sleep. Cat paws are universal. These are temperature regulators, shock absorbers, hunting and grooming tools, and sensors, and much more. Cats don't have sweat glands on their bodies like humans. They are cooled only through the pads of the paws. The mirror of the cat's nose is covered with a unique pattern, different for each cat, like a fingerprint for a person. Cats are extremely sensitive to vibrations. They say that cats detect earthquakes 10 to 15 minutes earlier than humans. Small tufts of fur in the cat's ear do not let direct sounds into the ear and protect the auditory passages. According to the Buddhist religion, the cat's body is a temporary shelter for very spiritual people. Unlike dogs, cats have not undergone major changes in the process of domestication. The long-lived cat lived for 38 years and got into the Guinness Book of Records. The heavyweight cat weighed 21 kilograms and also got into the Guinness Book of Records. Many people say that their four-legged friends like candy, ice cream, pudding, so they are sure that cats love sweets. Cats are carnivorous animals, they don't need sugar or carbohydrates, so they have no reason to have a taste for sweets. And they are drawn to this food because of the fat content in the food, which they are able to easily detect. They can jump 6 times the length of their own body. Cats are nearsighted, so they can't see right under their noses, but their peripheral and night vision is much better than that of humans. They cannot descend from trees head first because of the structure of the claws, which are always bent inward. That's why they always back up. The feline skeleton consists of 230 bones, and the human skeleton consists of 206. And the absence of a clavicle in cats helps them to climb into holes the size of their head. Cats have an additional organ, vomeronasal, which allows them to sense particularly subtle odors in the air. Their sense of smell is 14 times stronger than that of humans, thanks to which they can smell those smells that we do not even suspect. They use their whiskers to scan the space they are moving through and whether there are any obstacles in the way. A cat's mustache, about the same width as her body. That's why you never need to trim their mustaches. Feline walking resembles camel walking or giraffe walking. First they step with both right paws, and then with the left. No other animals move this way. Some cats can swim, for example, the Turkish van cat. From the point of view of development, the first year of a cat's life is equal to the first 15 years of human life. After the second year of life, the cat turned 25 years old by the standards of human life. And then each subsequent year is equal to about 7 human years. Cats have whiskers on the inside of their front paws, carpal antennae. If you've never noticed this, take a look at your cat now. She needs these whiskers to catch and hold her prey. They provide cats with sensory feedback about the location of the victim they are hovering over or that they have caught. This allows the animals to know where they need to grab or bite prey. Cats have almost twice as many neurons in the cerebral cortex as dogs. Find out 55 facts about dogs. They also boast the largest eyes compared to the head size of any mammal.